Good evening and welcome. My name is Bryce. Our fearless leader Chase is asleep because he just finished night shift and is having a hard time transitioning from nights back to days. So he is asleep and y'all just get me for the evening. It is currently 7:15 and super dark outside, but today we are going to discuss RV parks. This is probably one of the top questions I get a lot is, Bryce, how do you find RV parks? Well, guess what? Today is your lucky day. I'm going to show you how I find RV parks based for work and then also based for like when we're on vacation, pleasure, all that stuff. We're gonna do the work side first. I'm also gonna show you how to find RV parks that are not on the map, mainly like more mom and pop type RV parks, because I've seen these a lot where you'll see RV parks and they're not really fancy RV parks, but a lot of times these people who have some property will put spots up and they'll just put a sign. And so I'm gonna show you how to find those without having to drive and look for them. So first off, we have been RVing for almost 4 years. We travel the country. Chase is a welder, welds on various types of power plants, refineries throughout the country. And I have had my fair share sometimes of difficulties trying to find RV parks that are relatively close to the plant. My goal is to always try to get something as close as possible. You're going to open up Google Maps. I'm using my laptop, but you can use your phone. I use my phone a lot too. Google Maps just on the laptop so you can guys get a bigger screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the place. Now, Chase has worked at this plant before. So what I will do is I will click on it and then you can save the plant as when you go over here to save, and then you can click how you want to save it. Just that way I have a little bookmark, because then what I will do, and you can do this for places you want to stay relatively close to. And then what I will do is I will type in campground. I will zoom out over here because I want to stay on the power plant side of the river. Exit out of that. Campground again. There we go. What you do is you can zoom out, search this area, because I want to stay on this side. Over here, search this area. There we go. Now, this right here is a state park. I should have called them, but I did not. I did call this one right here. And though it says campground, it doesn't say RV park. Now, a few of these pictures weren't here whenever we were at this place last time, but you see that there is an RV there. So I called the gentleman. Sure enough, they did have RV spots. They're mainly for workers, but I'm sure if you call them and tell them, hey, we're going to be in this area or something like that. I called them. He said he did have monthly spots, but they were already booked. And then I asked him, I said, well, do you know of anyone that is relatively close to the plant? I'm needing something for work. And he said, yes, he knows a guy out of Surrey, Virginia, right here, that has a RV park. He doesn't remember the guy's, I think he told me his name and that was it. And I said, well, I can figure it out if it's right outside the place. So before I did that, I did campground, and I also do RV park, because sometimes if I do one or the other, sometimes an RV park will pop up under campground or under RV park or vice versa. So sometimes it's good to just type in both in Google Maps, because sometimes you can get a different thing each time. So I'm just letting you know that is what I do. So back to the Surrey. So what I did is I went to layers, go to satellite, and then the gentleman said that the campground was right outside of Surrey. And then I looked and I was like, oh, this kind of looks like a campground. If you've seen what RV park maps look like aerial view, they kind of have like either like a loop, or you can kind of tell what an RV park looks like. And sure enough, I was like, huh, these are RV parks. You can tell the difference between a single wide modular home versus a campground over here. And so what I did is I clicked and then clicked Street View. And sure enough, ta-da, here is an RV park. And so what I did is I went closer, and then look, there's a sign right here. Zoom in. And sure enough, the numbers popped up, called the gentleman, and it was full. But he told me to call him every week because they were having guys staying there as well. So that is how you find that one. And then someone said, hey, there is an RV park right outside the plant. Well, the only one that I could find that was right outside the plant was a state park, and I knew that wasn't it. And then, so what I did is I found, see, This is why you keep it highlighted so you don't lose track of where you want to be. And then I zoomed in, and then you can see right here, this looks like an RV park. Zoomed in again, sure enough, modular home single wides and campers right here. So what I did is I went to Street View, same thing, you can do this on your phone, and then look around, and sure enough, there was that RV park. Because see, a lot of times, y'all, these people will not, and I get it, sometimes either these people who run it, they just don't need to advertise it, they just put up a sign, and that's just how it is. So I'm just letting you know that is how you can find RV parks that way. Now for work as well, especially if you are traveling blue collar in any aspect, traveling for work, there are a lot of Facebook groups out there. Now there's one like for Surrey and North Anna. There are two kind of sister plants in a way, whatever plant housing. And sure enough, people who have maybe are able to put maybe a couple of RV spots on their piece of property, they will rent those out to guys. And so sometimes they're a lot cheaper. Sometimes they are closer to the plant because these people know that they can get, money for their RV spots. Because I know of a guy that stayed at someone's property, a farm, and they had 5 spots and they rented them out to workers all the time. I would highly recommend trying to find Facebook groups around that. So if you're going to a plant, type in the plant housing or the plant and just see what comes up on Facebook. Now, let's say we're on vacation. Let's go to the Tetons National Park in Wyoming. I did not follow my advice and I could have stayed at this RV park. So what I did is we had a few days that we were needing to kill in a way, and we were going to be close to the Tetons. So what I did is I did Tetons, I did RV parks. Now I never do the name like because what I did was wrong. I did Jackson, Wyoming RV parks, like Googled it, because a lot of times not all of the RV parks will pull up in those things. Now it's not bad to do that, but what I'm saying is a lot of times those RV parks will not be on the list of whatever that is, because I did the no and I did that, and this RV park, at least at the time, did not pull up. So Grand Tetons, we're going to click on it. We're going to save however you want to save it. I'm just going to say that's where I want to go. I will de-highlight it, and guess what? There it is right there. So that way I can keep a visual track of where I want to go. So then I will zoom out. I mean, that's pretty far zoom out, but y'all get the gist. I'm going to click RV park. These are full hookups. I'm not talking about boondocking with no hookups or anything like that. I'm strictly talking campgrounds with hookups. Now, this one is in the park. This one is also in the park as well, which is fine. But look, right here. Because this is not in Jackson, Wyoming, it's in, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. This did not pull up on my Google search. So this is why I would really recommend, now I didn't pull up at the time when I was looking, but this is why I really recommend y'all to use Google Maps when trying to find RV parks. Because see, another campground right here. Now this one does not look like it has full hookups, but if you like boondocking and you're okay with that, have at it. And then, so I type in RV park. Let's just type in campground, just for fun. Got this one, Box Creek Campground. That one didn't pull up. Let's see what this one's all about. Cute little dog. This one looks like just like a regular, nothing too crazy. Now what I would do also, so I found that one. This one was looks like it doesn't have hookups, but still. See, it's in a different town than Jackson, Wyoming. Now let's say, just for giggles, oh, another campground right here. See? This one's a national forest campground, so this one doesn't have any hookups, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do, let's just say I want a campground, an RV park right here. RV park. Nothing pulls up besides parking in a way. Now, I don't think there's one actually in town, but I'm just gonna kind of show you all how to do it. Now, usually RV parks are gonna be outside of town, especially towns like this, and you can kind of see where RV parks would be. And look, RV park right there. That's crazy. That wasn't there whenever I... Anyway, so see, RV park right there. The way I saw it is because you can see that it looks like an RV park. Learn something new every day, y'all. I hope that helps. If you found this beneficial in any way, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you found other ways to find RV parks, please let me know. I know this is kind of more of a short and sweet video. This is literally how I find RV parks. I go through the same thing. I will find whatever plant it is. I will save it, and then I will type in campgrounds or RV parks. And I will also see the distance between it is. I will plug it into the directions and see how long it is. Because if it's over an hour long, unless it's a too good of a job to pass up, because Chase works 12-hour shifts, we really have to consider that job just because that is a lot. We always look at how far it's going to be. Now, if you're one of those people where you can find an RV park wherever, you don't have to be at a specific place, that is totally fine. But if you're like, I want to be in this area and I'm not finding anything, use the satellite. I know some of y'all are going to say, Bryce, that's kind of creepy, but you know what? That is how I have found RV parks in the past. So it has helped tremendously. Always ask, do you know of any other RV parks in the area? Sometimes RV parks will not have websites. They will just have a Facebook page and then you call from there. Like the one we're at right now. Currently, this RV park does not have a website. It just has a Facebook page. So sometimes maybe plugging in onto Facebook, like wherever you're going to be at, RV parks. Sometimes Facebook will generate RV parks that are in that area, and you'll find RV parks there as well. So Google Maps, type in wherever you want to be, RV parks or campgrounds. I would do both because sometimes it will generate some more than others. And then if you're not finding any, do the satellite view, look around and see if you can find like what an RV park looks like, and then call them. You never know. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I know this is going to be a lot shorter video in the past, but I wanted to make it short, sweet, and concise for y'all. Thank you all so much, and we will see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.